What's up, y'all? Boss was in the beat. Pow. Bottle caps. All bottle caps. So, shall we do this for today, basically? How's everybody doing? Sponsor was in the beat. I haven't been doing a real video. I haven't been posting any videos within, I think, a few months, almost a year. That's life. But how's everybody doing? Right now, today is Sunday, and it's snowing like crazy. If you got nothing else to do, stay off the roads. Let the big dogs take care of all the scraping, pushing, hauling, and melting, because it's gonna get there. I'd rather be safe and not to be sorry about it. And the temperature is not something you could want to joke about. As any further ado, uh, where should we begin on this conversation, basically? But for me, I could say I'm doing fine. Hopefully, uh, life has certain turns and out points. Working hard, doing what I want to do, figuring things out in life. But I'm still getting on top of certain things. Usual family foremost. But yeah, so I've been trying to get this linked to my Instagram, which I can't figure that one out. But I can only do this on Prism. So if y'all look at that, so if you see on this side, I have the MPK Mini 2, Mini 3 to be honest. I'm sorry. I kind of missed that Mini 2. If I could get that in inverted white keys, if I could find it, I had to go far and wide to look for that as a collection. But if you see this baby here, this been my workhorse forever. This is the LPK 25 Gen 1, not the newer version, not the Gen 2. I had this baby forever since it came out after 2008. Correct me if you put it down in the chat. So let me know. I have another addition into the family, which right now she's up there. I have the MPC 1 Plus. Right now, I've bought it. I bought it recently, like around before Christmas time. So I made a pre-order. It came on a Sunday, as I remember. I guarantee you will not be disappointed if you go to Z Sounds. You'll get all your latest equipment. Either you find within, because I bet you not. I was looking at another YouTuber, and I said, you know what? Let me go and check out Z Sounds. I said, yo, it's super legit. And you know what? I started buying my first MPC. Right now, I can't show you her now because right now I'm in at a very technical situation where she is frozen. She cannot go over the OS. I had her running. I started making beats and everything else. I looked at it in the Reddits, and it sounds very confirmed and true that's what we're looking at. The mic that I'm using right now, I'm using the Fafine podcasting directional mic with the boom. I have the whole set, USB-C XLR combo. I love it. but I haven't been using this microphone a while because I haven't got really myself set up. It's just now today I'm using it for the time being. I have my Logitech mini keyboard. This is just my old Samsung phone in case I have to track something up or any ideas. So basically, I could tell you the story about the MPC One One Plus. That basically I've been wanting to get one since the early time, within I think 2 3 years. But I said, one day I will get it, and I did, and it happened. When you just don't have the money around, but when you start saying, well, live off increases and upgrades and everything else, fine. So going forward with it, went to Z Sounds, got it, made the order, came in the next day. I believe it was on a Sunday or a Monday. I bought like three other equipments that I have, which right now I haven't presented. You might not see it in this side, but I'll show you. I'll show you here a little bit. Come on. That's me. Hi. You'll see this is the Arturia UFO synthesizer. I got her from Z Sounds 2. Oh, that's perfect. If I could have it like that. Uh, this is my monitor that I'm using. That's the Mac over here. This is a 2019 MacBook Pro Intel i9, one of the last i9 processors, but there is another i9 for I think more cores. Uh, this is the one of the last 8 cores Intel chipsets. 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte, helps you out. I think this is a 680 graphics card, if I might not be mistaken. But yeah, if you see anything flickering, that's the camera. I will soon get another update. Right now, I'm just not around this the whole subject of it all that matters. So, as of 3 days ago, I had got the update on MPC 3, 3.7. I tried it out. Mm, I like the colors. I like, you know, the all dark in the background. It makes everything pop. I like that. I'm not knocking it. Problem is when you create a new track, you have to go and then right click to create a track. It's starting to give me like Pro Tools because when you want to start a new session, they usually show a widget window where you show instrument, how many, and then confirm it. It's giving me that kind of Pro Tools vibe, which I like it. Problem is, it does not give you the split. If I have to create a track, I have to create a track, and then it'll create a new one, and then I could select from manually either audio, instrument, or MIDI, or CV gate, or other, etc., etc. So as I go in with it, it's fine. But now it gives me a little confusion, but it is what it is for me. I'm not that much of a fast learner like everybody else. I like to take my time and understand what really is going to be implemented for me and what am I going to ingest in my mind. Like, how am I supposed to do this? To me, it's not a race. I'm going to make a beat regardless what I'm going to do. So, get it on and get it forward. So, I liked it, but then I backed out yesterday. I backed out this morning. I made a beat, but maybe come back and do it. Right now, I'm doing MPC 2, which I got it. That same software that came along with the MPC 1 Plus, which right now it's frozen. So I had her off for quite a while until, if any of you guys have, for any of the MPC 1 user plus ones from original and plus one, drop a comment in below, and please subscribe, like, and comment, or say anything in the chat. Feel free, because my thing is, yeah, more or less, you're gonna have to take it back, but which I'm gonna decline that. I'm not gonna take it back. For me, that's my opinion. I'm not gonna take it back, and I will figure it out. And there will be somebody out there that could know how to reverse it, the error, technically. Because honestly, if you had to reverse time on engineering, not engineering based, but basically, before you could even say, well, it has 2 gigs of memory and it's shared in with storage, that's a dumb idea to think about. Very, I don't like sharing memory with storage. If you had either, if at the time they would have had a discuss to say, well, could we put a SSD or a or MV or a dot two M2 slot, that would be amazing. A M2 slot inside of a One Plus, that would be amazing. Meaning, we don't. Oh, but it's a so and so chipset system. We don't know what we're gonna put in. I said, well, okay. If I had to be behind those doors, I said, well, guess what? People are gonna need storage. Oh, but it's MPC. It's not supposed to be a computer. Well, it is a computer because we're dealing with music. You guys put in the OS, everything's embedded with the storage. Where if it's 1 terabyte, that's perfect. That's fine. We go with it, say, well, it's going to be upgradable, but the processor speed is kind of different. It could be an i3 processor. Oh, we don't have room for that. Well, guess what? I seen the most smallest computers have the most powerful chips, and it goes, but that's a whole different scale, whole different frequency, whole different matters of how it, you know, how it stabilizes, how it distributes, and how it really outputs and inputs, and how fairly it holds the cores and how it executes and everything else, so on and so forth. But I imagine if somebody made an MPC 1 and find a way to say, we're not going to use that internal memory or it'll just crash. No, there's always going to be a runaround for that. I shouldn't have an external source. One, two, you're having everything all in one power source, which is kind of, to me, dangerous and crucial and very, very cautious, and used to be to have to be having precautions on it. I said, no, the reason we're going to have that separated is because for the, so it can give room when you're putting in and how it executes. Once you see it, it runs smoothly. Faster it is, you have one memory. It could be a small one single stick of memory, basically. And memory chips will be much smaller. But I kind of would not digress. But I just would not agree with on it. Shareable memory storage, I don't like. Some may agree, Some may agree and others, but please drop in a comment. Uh, I just want to share this opinion. I know I did a self video on Instagram about the MK2, the LPK Mini 2 second gen, which I had that for years. That's been also been my workhorse. Only thing what I had was the keys. They said, yeah, it's not supposed to. You're supposed to play around with it or this, like that. But durability, that's what I look for. Durability. This this almost, I believe, almost 20 years old, 18 years old, something like that, 15 years old. I still, it absorbs impacts. As that the version 3, I don't play much with the 3. I don't play too much with it. The pads are wonderful. The version 2, I opened it up. I opened it up. I said, you know what? Let me check the keys. And when I looked into the inside of where the brackets are, where they hold the the, the white and black keys, the minors, the minor and the major notes, in the back of it, the focal point, like this is the key here. So the focal point has a fracture. So you're not supposed to hit hard. You're supposed to be very gentle with the keys. So inside the focal point, they're starting becoming mini cracks. And those mini cracks, I started to notice them. I said, oh man, until one of the keys really cracked open and it just bink, just like that. And it's just clunky, clunky, clunky. So I open it up again. Uh, I already paid it, so it's not like I'm gonna go get another one. Um, to be honest, so I don't know if my input is up, but I'm gonna check it out. Check it out more. Uh, so looking forward to it as we speaking. Sorry, speaking of it, it really became a nuisance. So the keys were done. What was I supposed to do? I got crazy glue. I thought that was going to work. It helped maybe about 4 months until it gave way. It broke again. That same note key. I think it was a major key, one of the white keys. Or the minor, no, the minor keys were not affected. It was the white keys at the bottom. That broke. And then another one broke next to it. I'm like, oh God, don't tell me. So I took one of the measuring uh I took one of the diameters, one of those measuring electronic diameter that checks the thickness and thickness by how many inches or millimeters. I used that. I said, man, that's too thin. So I'm saying to myself, I had to call a friend, and my friend said he also has a controller too. I said, yeah, those are kind of very delicate. You have to be very gentle. If you want longevity on your products, I understand you want to do your own little solos. Yeah, fine. I mean, it's up to you. But when it breaks down later on, mind you, it had been tested before. So you actually get tested. It said if you use it for like more than 100,000 times, it's gonna prone to fail later on in life. And then the durability of plastic, environment wise, how long been lasted. But to be honest, When I told my friend, and I said, well, he asked, well, do you still have that LPK you've been having for years? I said, yeah, it's been over a decade. I said, and it has not failed me. So, meaning the recipe of the mold, the patent, the patent could be the shape, the design, so on and so forth. But it's mostly how it was assembled is not the problem. It's basically you really want to make it longer. Like this guy. This guy has been forever. This been now on its fourth computer. My Toshiba that I still have her over there. Right now I'm using a Mac. That's in back of it. You see her. She's right there. Right now I'm using two different hubs, which I try not to connect too many things. If you see in the far back, this is connected to the MPC, which is connected still. No, it's not connected. On this side, my Arturia UFO is connected on input 2 on my Focusrite 1820. On this side, I don't have nothing. She's not connected. This one's not connected, which I do have a USB B, which I'm not connecting her because I don't use it too much. I use this one for the MPC One Plus. That's the one case that we have. So I kind of have it set up, but this is not the proper setup that I want. That comes in later in summer. Hopefully, praying. I really want to put some content. Uh, really want to discuss with people that is on this situation, and we could share thoughts and brainstorm something. And like I say, if you could take an MPC one and put an actual motherboard in it, I'm like, dude, I was thinking about that all. I'll say about within 5 days. I said, imagine you just put a little ITX. You don't have to do much modification. Oh, but it'll just ruin the aesthetics. Yeah, I understand. But what if a Kai had a section to customize your own MPC One Plus or any other? Well, I wouldn't say any others because the others are fine. They're great. They got internal storage, they got external storage. But imagine if you said, well, if you buy a version two, let's say you say it's like say build a bear, but now build an NPC for yourself. Well, how much you are willing to spend, but wisely in memory, parts, uh, how much you want in your IO. What's your IO? You're gonna have the same your main outs. You're gonna have your same. Like you don't have to do too much on the IOs. The only thing is just internals. What would be your storage? What would be your memory? But you gotta remember you can't go over what you ask. They give you an i3 processor chip, and you could either go under under the range or over the range of what you're liking. You're only gonna get within a 1.3 megahertz type feel, but mostly how many cores and how many threads and how many performance cores and execution cores, basically, or so on and so forth. Give that kind of idea. I believe it can. You want the future, we could talk about that future. But it's just to set the goal in. Reasons, because I don't like saying because I don't want to use that term. For reasons, you want to ask that question. Can it be possible? To me, I say yes. If we could counsel that for 10 more people, I say, yo, we're set. He agreed on it. He agreed on it. He agreed on it. He agreed. All right, let's talk about business. How much you think you will spend? If it's under 1,000, fine. What would you say? Well, no, you guess we say, well, you guys are getting paid because we're buying the parts from you. But online, we don't have that kind. We're not a manufacturing. We're just manufacturers. So, they built the chips, put it in stuff and whatever. The one thing I just don't like is shortcuts. Basically, don't know how your market range look. That's not my business. There's a whole different stats of things that we're looking at. So let's think about that. Customize, as we could buy our own memory, our own SSD, optional SSD, M2.MV, and what kind of processor chip we could use. We all be happy and say, yo, this sounds crazy. It's like it looks faster, it looks more faster than the one previous stock that came into the factory, everything that was done, programmed, and so on and so forth. And dude, I see a difference in what? Cores. We could put in more plugins. Me, I don't like putting plugins even on iOS. On iOS, that's fine, but I don't like using it. I just like to set the beat in it and then transfer over because I mostly like to sit and just do whatever I have to do. And mind you, I've been doing this since forever. Uh, I only posted what 6 to 8 videos, but this is the position that I'm at right now. But pretty soon, I want to get better to understand on those kind of things. But yo, I don't mind that. So right now, as it goes, that's the kind of idea that I would ask myself or others. How would you see this? Because it's really to keep the fuel, the hunger, the grit, the grind, and the love and the effort as us in the community to put ourselves in this flow. We are in that flow already. Mind you, I'm one of the, for me myself, original home studio beat makers, but never have been out in the scenery. But I've been looked up to, I've been looking up to them, the original vloggers from '08, who I looked up. It's so many names I can mention. I can't remember it all because it's been over more than 10 years from 2008 and now. So I'm an old head. So I've been watching a lot and I just love how they do it. It's always today, to this day, I always get that inspirement of that 2008 flow, you know. But every time I see new ones, I say, yo, let me look at that. I say, yo, you know, there's always a viewing support, basically. Yeah, you got my view. I'm here. As long as I put that in the recommendations or notifications on the bell count, I said, nah, I'm supporting that. Even if I don't have anything I could give, but at least I'm gonna give a like, and I would want to drop a like and a comment. I said, keep up the good work. You don't have to feel, never to feel uh, underconfident, but feel confident at the range that you are at. You hungry? Go get it. It's gonna be fire regardless. Oh, it sounds trash, dude. People are gonna say whatever they're gonna say. I've shown so many of my coworkers and say, yo, what do you think? What needs to be tweaked? What needs to be adjusted? I said, you pulling it on SoundCloud? I say, yeah. It's just a little 30-second preview. That's about it. And that's what it is. Um, That's the whole aesthetics of things. Like I have a platform on my SoundCloud, and I have a small community of just you think out the dome. It could be a spaceship type beat. You throw it for 30, 60 seconds. I say, wow, this is crazy. And you use pure synthesis, just a Korg drum machine, which I have it on my iPad. I still have it. If anybody would want to get Korg Mobile, get it. Go get Korg 2 on the Apple App Store. But I got a disclaimer to tell you that there was an online community. They shut that down. I'm kind of sad. I love that community. I must have added so many people from Japan. Mostly I had a lot of Japanese community friends that I followed, and now they're my SoundCloud followers. But when I said, man, why did I stop make? I used to be making beats on my little iPad. It's I believe it's a Gen 2. It runs on 9.1 on the iPad, which is now it doesn't update no more. Oh, I think there is a patch for that, but I kept all my little. I had Beatmaker 3. I still use that. But so I never got rid of my iPad. I have two, but I have another one I'm trying to. There's not so much I could do with it at the time being. Probably use it as a picture frame. Who does that nowadays? That's like so 20. That is so 2014, 2012. When you had portable picture frames, you put an SD card, and there you go. It's already on loop mode, all your memories. But that's fine. I had one of them, but I got rid of it. But yeah, those kind of things we ask questions. I mean, we're in a new age. AI is going into, and that's fine. But never have AI work with you. Work for you. Work. I'd rather work with it, but it has to work with me, and that's gonna be a whole different drastic of debates on that case. So you know, it's going on music programs, plugins. Yeah, to me, I don't mind it, but let me do the rest of the tweaking. All I need you is to do the monitoring, the if you have the best compressor, I want you to compress it, but still give me a decision if I have my top five, let's say your top 10 presets, and then maybe down to one, and that's what it chooses. I said, let's go for it. But I'm doing the rest. So I'm doing all the tweaking, the adjusting, the thresholds, the release, everything else. I'm fine with it. But I'm not let the whole thing, the whole machine work for me. I can't do that. Then I'm looking dumb. I don't think right. I said, man, this thing's in the way. You know, like how can you fight blindfolded if the machine is doing it blindfolded and it doesn't even have eyes, it just has sensors. But me, I'm doing the whole hard work aesthetics. All right, no doubt. Bomb, 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 whatever. We got it. So those kind of things, man. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot that we're going for. You know, it's a lot that we're going for. But I'm just glad that but we should continue more doing these stories. Hopefully if I have a schedule, I don't have a schedule. Um I don't know how I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. Jeez, I don't know. uh yeah, I'm definitely gonna make a beat tomorrow, hopefully, because it's gonna be snow should be over. Hopefully by after 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that. But it's gonna be a real rough one today. Let me look at the time. Wow, 4:19. Jeez, no problem. Jesus. But yeah, um, hopefully God's willing. Tomorrow, if I do, I'm definitely gonna put in emergency call out. That's about it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. But it's something that you know, something is something. But yeah, so I want to close this. Well, we're not gonna close it because we're gonna make a beat right now, or whatever the case that we have may be. Uh, but yeah, so I'm gonna get this mouse up and going. I'm gonna use MPC 2 as we speak. Yeah, you use MPC 2 as we're doing it. I just gotta pull up a file. Okay, there you go. Boom beat. Let's go. So I have a project. You may not see it, but you're gonna hear it, and you might hear it from the speakers. Let's see. Am I at 50 at 12 o'clock? No, I'm at almost like 11:30 on the output. Yeah. So I'm actually going to monitor all of them. So you single hear everything that's going along. It's only 5 tracks, as I describing it to you. On the first track, we just have one sequence on a plugin. We're using what are we using? Using the I think I'm using one of the '80s kits from. Oh yeah, we have a lot of those. Okay, we got that. All right, all right. So anyway, let me go to arranging setup. Let me pop this up over it as we speak, and we're gonna solo it, and so we do. So the tempo is at right now at 135 BPM. What I use for to, I still have a lot of adjusting to do later because I'm still trying to play with Mother Ducker for the kick. This one's already had a preset of an air maximizer that maxes it out, which I might remove it. I'm not sure, but I don't. As I touch the speakers to see how much stump it has, that's how I notify that if it's too hard or too is it too weak. Then I would say, well, maybe it's too strong, or you might have to soften it up a little bit, but you don't want to kill to make it people move and whatnot. But as we go forward, I used some effects that was on that drum kit. Just gave that really electro. So we're gonna go for track two. So we're using we have hybrid. Yo, I kid you not. Anybody on the MPC community, yo, this plugin is crazy. Hybrid is crazy. I love it. Even on the first preset, I'm like, yo, how can I get around this? Is this too? It's so strong, you know? And I'll say, yo, let me put hybrid because I'm loving this. It's like, and then I just threw some effects in it. So what I did was, as I describing it for you, I'm on track two, which I'm using hybrid on track two, plug-in one. I'm using air pumper, and then I'm using air maximizer. So on air pumper, it's stock. It's at quarter speed. I have not touched anything on the pumper. It just stayed at sync. Uh, I have not touched the cutoff, the attack, the hold, the release. The release is at 60%. The shape is at 10%. On hold is on 10%, and I have a 5% attack. If I go harder, you really want to soften mostly for me for synthesizers. But if you want that raw grittiness, that you want to like, I let the attack hit that every note. But I kind of want you don't want to kill the feel of that. So it was already I had not touched it, and then it's at def at 80%. So I left it like it is. Stock is fine. It's okay. If you gotta do a little tweak, don't tweak to where you're ruining the shape, the design, or how you want it. Because at times we have, where it comes to frequencies, it has different tonalities, the tone of it. Even if you're adjusting that kick, you even use the K. It's, oh, you just killed it. You made it thinner. You made it fatter. You made it over fat. I'm like, yeah, fine. You basically find the sweet spot. It's find the sweet spot on that. And then you get to understand, oh, okay, now you're saying what it is. All right, cool. You can have a little thin, but you want that. If you want to make it knock, make it knock. If you want to make it sound like it's like a kick full of luggage that just fell down the stairs, make that sound like that too. Just to give you guys an idea what it is, but it sounds great. So we got track two on. I just love this thing. It's crazy. So, well, let me see. Close. I'm using the trans ignition pad. On top of that, we did the air. We did the air pumper with the maximizer. So what I did with is that I had to pull it back. I think under negative 9 dB. We're at 10.5 dB, but sometimes I want to find a sweet spot for it. 9.6 dB. I mean, I could hear that's bleeding. I don't know if I want to. I don't think I want to compress it because then I just killed its channel. Is it safe to compress? I don't know. I'm not the whole expert in here. I'm not. I'm not the actual expert. That's just a whole different story. Track three, we're using hybrid. So we're using track three on on sound like a bell. No, it's not on this pro. It's not on this. Interesting. Okay. On track three, plugin three, we're using Steamwall from TubeSynth. Love this. This is another beautiful, amazing plugin. It's still powerful to my mind, but it's not as powerful for the MPC one for me. That's too much. I mean, I still use it for the MPC one plus, but it just I have to be more safe. I will only use maybe one or two plugins, and that's it. If I have to solo everything, you can hear that back noise. I like that. It's very raw, but I might clean it up with an EQ. So everything's still unset. So as you see this. Uh, this one's also at 6.97 dB, but I could pull this back a little bit because it hits too much. And if you see it go along with this, this one you might not hear it too well because it's way back. I might have to bring it back up a little bit. It's at 12 dB. So I hear little screeches, but it's actually so track three, track four, plugin 3.1. We're using Tube Synth, but we're using static Persaw from Tube Synth again. So if I go to the plugin as I'm describing, I have not touched anything. Everything's at the way it's supposed to be. It's just to give that background hit. So if we go here, that one I might get rid of it soon. Track four, we're going to track five. Track five, we're using Tube Synth. We're using electronic. It's called Bailed, but I put a name on it. I dated on the 26th, which is today, and the year. You always have to set your dates, the time that you customize your plugins, meaning you tweaked it, you took out the decay, you took out whatever that was in it. If it's preset that you have, delay, reverb, resonance, you throw those down, whatever. That's a whole different detail that we did. So it's supposed to sound like a bass. It is. Now, if I put the drums alongside it, I'm gonna show you. Two, one, and let that stuff sink in your head. And this is where you have it. Sony did 5 tracks, and we're gonna put it together. Here we go. Here we go. I should bring this up. that's just a glimpse that I just gave you guys as an example. What I was doing is I was playing with the mute and solos, so you get the idea of what it would look like, and it's pretty good. If I had a full mixing board, I think I did that in every button. I would know. It's just like how the old school engineers when they do reggae, which I love that. How they did it, they just one button play, one button play. I forgot the older person engineer. He was an old engineer, but he was a mixer, and all he did was play with knobs, give it effect, boom, boom, boom. Don't touch it. It's just like wow. Forget about saying magic. It's just in the thought. Don't even know where I'm gonna set the plate, but I'm gonna turn this knob. Oh, okay. Put it back. Tweak it a little about a few cents, and once it's already mixed down, like wow, this is crazy. Now it's ready to be in the production line. Love that. It's just a touch of the finger, twist, boom, out, out to go. Yeah, man. So yeah, I love that. So that's what really inspires to do all those kind of things, man. I said, man, I pray that I'll be out there someday. Uh, hopefully, but I just got to get my mind right, man. You got to get out that isolated box and say, yo, you got to. There's so many things out there for you. You could do a lot of things for people. You could get a gig. You could do what you got to do. If it don't have to be to book somebody or whatnot, it's just have fun with it. But at the same time, you really want to get something. You know, who doesn't want to get paid, regardless to what it is? But it takes time. You know, patience is persistence. But yeah, I hope you guys like this little beat here. I have others. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put this, unmute it, take out the solos. Pretty soon I want to use the SSL. I see a lot of people got those SSLs. They look so cool. And mostly when you have a whole set, oh man, that looks sick. I love it. I wish my table was a little more customized, where I could just Dremel the whole thing, make a small box, and just this will probably be the table, but this will be the wrong board. I'm using a Veridex table. It's a two-section table. This is I believe this is a 50 by 30, if I'm not mistaken, which by mistake is in the wrong position. Uh, it has a bad tilt in the back because the longer part is supposed to be at the front, but meaning that the legs that I have down here is in the wrong way. The legs are in the right position. The only problem is that the controller on this side has to be on this side, because there's two pre-screws that I feel under it. So I had to use double adhesive tape on this side to control the mobility. I haven't been using it, but it does have a quiet motor. But you can still hear them, but it's very slightly, you know, durable. But if you want to get a better one where you could sit on it, be your guest. I'm not sitting on this one. It's a double board. So this could actually break in half. So try it if you want to do the review video. If you guys got a review video you want me to see, just drop it under the comment, link it, and I'll get a chance to watch it. I'll try not to laugh. So as we go forward, let me save this project as we speak. Save it. Yeah. Let me go to the next project. I have some reggaeton. I know I have. And it's not even finished. But let's see if we can do something here. This is not. Vamos a hacer otro nuevo. Mm, don't want that. No lo quiero así, papá. No lo quiero así. Voy al gareteado. Ah, man. Bro. What are we doing? You know what? Now I might keep that. And I might use. No, I'm going to keep that too. Eso que yo quiero cambiarle. Plucks. Cheesy plucks. Mhm. Oh, no me lo dio. No, no me lo gustó. No lo gustó. Otro cambio ya. Oh my god, stop it. Are we using that note? Vamos a ver. May change it anyway. Don't care. Bleed. No, why are we in arpeggiation? Okay, I'll take with that. You're local. Nope. No me lo gusta, no. No. Oh, wait. That's why. No? I have a double. No. Oh, I like this now. Ahora va a gozar. Let's go. In order to do that solo, I gotta go 16. Right now we have 4. Or I could do it at 8 to be careful. So, echamos de 4 de 8. 8 barras. Wait, we already have 4. I gotta go 8. Give me 8, please. Can I get the 8, please? I don't got the 8 here, bruh. They're trying so hard, bro. What the hell's going on? Damn, curse. Un poquito agachadita, na. Agáchalo. ¿Qué hora es? Wow. I gotta cook. What? Love it. Don't bother me. Estoy bien ocupado. No lo deja. Dígale a los perros. ¡Dale! Ah, yo quiero sumar la batería también. Pero en diferente forma. I love it. No lo quiero. That no. So if you guys have MPC 2 or 3, well, 2 for the 2 users that's still using it and they're not going with 3.2, 3.7, uh, if you have a problem where you have them in automatic, I believe because you could separate the setting, you could have it merged or you could have it off on the monitor. I don't think that has to do anything. I leave everything on auto, but first thing you have to do when you're creating a new track, let's say from 1 through 4, and you make track 3 as your plugin, then you're going for track 4, is remember right click on your track section where it'll say in the list. When it says unused, go to track unused. Once you go click there, go down to the plugin section. On the plugin section, where it says plugin that says, 1 through 5, you want to click on the bar that says on track 4. So right now, what I did here, it might be linked. See, I have it all linked. So fixing that problem, I'm not gonna touch it. So a matter of fact, I'm gonna go. No, let me go to Command Z. No, I gotta go back. I gotta redo. Yeah, Control. You know what? I'm going to erase it. I'm at 4. I just gotta click. No, it's supposed to say new channel, new track. because right now I'm using the wrong one. Uh, it won't take that long to me to understand it. See if I yeah, if I unarm it, none. Let me see if that fix it or something. Okay, I got it. So on the top where you see the three bars at the end, is like another menu section. You right click and you put clear. And a window widget will pop up and say, do you want to clear this track? And you say, yes, clear. It'll go say unused. So then it goes back to reset to regular sample edit, either on audio or MIDI. Either you want to do keyboard, that's basically MIDI in and out. But if you're using plugin, you go that. So then, okay, it doesn't want to tell me how to go. So I go here, delete that track. I'll just go clear it. But wait, how do you undo the thing? Oh, I think I would know, or maybe not. The sequencer, don't use a sequencer because it's going to throw you to another section. So in order to do that, I'm just following the steps right now. It is a little embarrassing. Don't feel ashamed. But as we speaking of this, I'm figuring this out because I did this 100,000 times. Create a new track, new plugin, uh, program new one. It just don't want to let me do it. I don't know what's up with the behavior of it. No, just right click for plugin pop up. Okay, there we go. So once you plug in, it has to say unused for plugin number 4 because I did 4 plugins. I haven't did the drum yet. Usually I would start the drum, but I'm not doing it. So when it says when you right click, it's gonna say it's still gonna be at the highlighted. It's gonna be at the highlighted plugin that is selected presetted, and then you go down. It's supposed to say a third option. You could select it, you could close it, or you want to really have new program. Once you click it, it sets to basic reset plugin. So once I arm it back, it's not going to conflict the next channel or the channel before that because you already clicked the new one. Once it's already at a separate source. Sometimes I get the confusion. Say if it's not gonna go in, that means I gotta figure it out. It's not that it's hard, but it's not hard to figure out. So going forward with it, if you guys still in the chat, please like, subscribe, and comment. Please don't forget to post the notification bell. Boss Rose on the beat. Thank you very much. Happy Sunday. I know you guys are stuck at home right now, looking at the damn snow. I said I'm gonna throw my brother in the snow and make a snow cave. You could do that, but be careful. It's kind of dangerous out there. When you're dealing with weather, wind chill, hyperthermia, don't do things that's crazy. Please, I don't condone that. Be safe, be home, be warm. Don't try to take your dog out, even if it's 30 seconds. Bring it back inside. Got to figure another method of safety. So on to this story here. Okay, that's embarrassing. Wait, I think I did something wrong here. Track 4. Wait, hold on a second. No, 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 no. Let me go back. Bless me, Lord. Ooh, bless me, Father. Oof. Oh, there we go. Problem is that you had it on play. Now, if you had the track on play, that means that you didn't have to see that pop up. New program, and I could do it. So, contact. Ok, ok. Déme buscarme un motivo para inspirar or inspire you today. Oh, I love that resonance. Woof. Boing. Está pongando oscuro. When it gets dark, it gets more colder. That's the drop down. That's crazy. My even apartment not even warm. It's cold. Oh Lord, I don't want to deal with it. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll take that. Yo lo cojo. Me lo agarrar. Oh, come on. No me deja. Mm, I could do a little better than that. I just, playing around. I would advise if you guys do solos on your track and whatnot, let the fingers do the talking. Do not overthink of what is the concept that you're gonna do because it might not be the right one. And it might not be say, well, there's no mistake to that, but guess what? It's your painting, so you gotta understand how you're gonna do it. Me, sometimes I say I don't like it, I take it. That's your discretion, that's your option. This is the decision on your plate. So I take it off, I put it back on. And then I, play around with it. Even if you don't know the notes, you're not a full Mozart yet. That's how people learn. That's how I learned. And it's like sometimes I say, oh, how he did it. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. It could be three simple notes. It could be two simple notes. It could be two simple notes in different octaves. You just spread your mind and how you really analyze it, and then say, oh, got it. We'll zip this one up. So sometimes you want to have a jumpy feeling. You don't have to be like, nah, I don't want that. I like staccato, like a lot of staccato. Staccato means separate. Legato means long. Remember that. You're doing long songs, RB, everything else. Legato. To me, it has like a little legato still, but in more staccato is more like it's cut off. So basically, as if I had the attack on either 5 to 10%, I'll leave it like it is because it gives it that somehow flavor. But I love synthesis. I love it. See if I go up behind. I might, yeah, I might try another one. No, I did that. I got that already. Oh my god, that's a pulsation. Wow, amazing. But I don't want to use it because it's too wicked. I need a bass. Okay. Signs are good for bass. It has a very low but tight low end frequency. Un bajo. You could use a bass, but then if you want to put something under it, this is your regular bass and this is the sine wave. So you don't want conflictions. This is your frequencies. So you want something that will work along with it, not just rubbing each other. But that's kind of more the different design dynamic. And but it's not as difficult. You just gotta have to understand what is how can you have two frequencies work together and any frequency could work along if you have to cut, separate it, shape it, and say, okay, now you can hear the sub because you want that as a substitute, a supporting the bass, and goes on and go forth with it. So as long as I learn, as the more I speak about it, the more I'm learning it every day, you know. But it's okay. But then if we do, we could do a part two live tomorrow. Hopefully, God's willing. I just want to finish up as an example of what I'm doing. You may not see it, but I hope you guys hear it. And as I speak in it within the logic of things, we will be set. I hope. Hopefully, I hope you guys will be online tomorrow. Basically, I know everybody's busy. They're probably bored out of their mind. But please like, subscribe, and comment, and please don't forget to post the notification bell on the side, on the sidebar. So let's go continue doing the. Now I'm gonna go another octave. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use maximizer on this so I could feel that, or use Mother Ducker, but mostly Mother Ducker is only used for drums. But I believe I could use it for something else if it's safe to say or safe to, you know, use it. That I want to know. Uh, Tell me within under the comments. Do you guys use Mother Ducker on your MP? And this is just only for MPC users, or they use it for other things to expand and create new ideas, more ideal creators out there. But hey, suggest the questions and answers under the comment and see what we could share and brainstorm on this because I think it's more fun that we could use effects differently and really explore things. That wow, this sounds cool. Like I never thought of doing this before, man. And that's how we learn from one another. So, yeah, that's basically the game plan. So I'm gonna go to track 4, and I'm gonna go under the plugins. I gotta close this window first of all, collapse it. I'm gonna go to dynamics. You know what? I'm gonna use Mother Ducker. I want to see how this is. Let's see. Could I use this to kill the? You know what? Let me go to here. I just gotta look for since it's on legato. I can't take legato off. It's at a 72 millisecond, 75.5 millisecond on the tube synth. And I'm using plugin called Simple Sine. So it's a sine wave. Very good for bass, very good for forget about it. And it's perfect for if you're doing reggaeton también or any other, electronic type feel in categories. I love it. So it's okay to discover, play around with knobs and other stuff. But what I'm looking for is uh, give it another phone. That doesn't really do me anything. Yeah, it just gives me an isolation. So I had to go to modular. Nope. Envelope. Nothing on modulation. So it's not here. It's basically, oh, that gives it like a detune. I don't want that. Uh, with, no, I don't want the amp. I don't want the preamp it. Level? No. Air, sharp. I don't want to take too long on this because saturation, no. Envelope. Oh, it has that muffle, but I want to filter. No, none of the attacks are in the chorus, delay, reverb, compressor. Where are your attack? All right, I'm gonna figure that out more later. I just want to put it on there. No, hold on. Stop. Close. And I gotta get cooking today. So I'm gonna do this last, and then we're gonna end the session on the stream. But please, thank you for sitting, listening to me on the discussions of what's going on right now, and uh, still pray for the future, for how it is. It's still not a day of light yet, but we keep gotta keep prayers and hope alive, regardless to what it is, what we go through. So we're gonna finish this up right now for the baseline. Don't mind me. It's just one of the front loaders loading, unloading snow. 17 inches is crazy. Almost 20. Would have been broken record. Okay, the base is good. I like how it ducks the bottom end, but tightens it or tucks in or ducks in, and it just kills whatever that's on top of the threshold. Pretty good. You know what? Let's just do. No, tomorrow we'll do the. Hacemos la batería mañana. We'll do it tomorrow. Uh, and figure something. I don't want to use loops because that's just to me cheating. So I will definitely find different ways of the bow, the snare, the hi hat, and the little things that really dale sabor, un sazón en la batería. So if not tomorrow, we'll look at it. I will schedule it Friday for part two. If not, but tomorrow I'll definitely be here. Hopefully, God's willing, tomorrow. But I'm gonna end the session today as we speak, as we're doing it in the session on MPC 3 or 2, however you guys are using it. But I mean, 3.7 is better. Nothing wrong with that. But you know, as we go forward, thank you. Hit them likes, hit the hit the comments, subscribe. Don't forget to post a notification bell on the sidebar. But thank you. So see you in the next session. Boss Rose out, signing off. Be careful out there.